fathers? It's your brother CJ. Welcome to the Divorce and Custody channel for men. Today we're going to look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's video. It's a new one that's just surfaced from the past, but we're going to use this to react. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first let you watch it, and then I'm going to react to it.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. Because she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot, can't you tell?
So essentially what we're witnessing in this video is boundaries, or in relationship counseling, we call these foundations. And this is where you, at the beginning of a relationship, establish with your spouse or your girlfriend or your future wife how she addresses you in public, how she addresses you in private, how she addresses you before your children, how she addresses you before your friends and your family. In other words, a code of conduct of how she is meant to behave. And what happens with women is that if you don't give her a code of conduct of how to behave, she will guess and she will default to a type of behavior of something that she used to do with her ex-boyfriend or her parents or whoever it is that she was around before, and it may not be what you like.
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
What we are witnessing here is that Will Smith has established how he desires to be treated in his home and how he desires to be treated as far as his social media presence is concerned. And what we are watching here is that his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, is pushing those boundaries to try to see how far she can stretch him, even bringing him to a point of irritation because she has something that she wants to do that does not really sit well with his boundaries right now. So the things to learn in this confrontation, I want you to look at Jada's face. She's got that smirk on her face. She's feeling powerful because she's a masculine chick. What she's trying to do is to get into Will's masculine space by getting him to be upset and to react emotionally because she knows that he can't win on an emotional thing.
I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. Because she don't just.
Would you say?
And so she's trying to get emotional and to get him to be emotional, but she lives in that emotional space. And what he's doing is the right thing. He's staying in his masculine space, that is being stoic and just saying exactly what you want and then walking away.
So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot, can't you tell?
She can't win in that masculine frame, in that masculine space. What she does is she turns to her audience for support. And that's what women do. After they try to humiliate you in public and you tell them this is not acceptable, what they do is they look at their friends for validation. And they say, see, that's what men do.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media.
I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. Because she don't just.
So when Will reminds her of this boundary, she dismisses that as foolishness. And what's happening is that he just walks away. And that's really what a lot of us ought to do is we first ought to establish our boundaries, and then the people that don't want to follow through with those boundaries, we just have to walk away, because the alternative thing would be a fight right there on camera. And that wouldn't, that would bring down the image of the man, or rather than the woman, because she can just look at it like, look at him, he's angry, he's upset, he's easily irritable, because she is in her emotional zone. And as you know, women and men, we can't fight women on an emotional standpoint. We'll never win that. So as a man, you have to learn to walk away when you see things get emotional, because a woman lives in her emotions. So there are 3 things to learn from this video, in my opinion, and these are the takeaways. Number 1, make sure that your woman knows what your boundaries are and what the consequences are for not following through on those boundaries. Also, make sure that there is a reward system that you've set up for your woman, so she knows if she follows those boundaries, she gets rewarded for that. Okay. And number two, I want you to see that you have to stay in your masculine frame, even though women will try to challenge that masculine frame. Less is more. You talking less is you winning. Okay. Number three, I want you to see that even if there is a boundary, women are going to continue to try to push that boundary so that they can get you back in that emotional space. And if you're in an emotional space, you cannot win. She becomes more empowered and she can emasculate you in front of other people because she knows that you've gotten emotional. Now think about this. How many times has a woman drove you up the wall and then you shouted back something or you started yelling, and how did that resolve? You did not win that issue because women know how to live in that emotional space. And you can't win that by reacting that way. You have to respond by walking away. Now guys, tell me what you think about this in the comments below. And also remember to hit like and subscribe to support the channel. On this link, I have the 10 things that your lawyer won't tell you about divorce and custody. Secure that for yourself. It will help you a great deal. And also, if you want to set up some one-on-one coaching with me, go to this link right here and set up on my calendar so that I can help you through your custody and your divorce. But as always, CYA, cover your assets.